Right. One of the questions that's always coming up, in fact, it's a question we're going to have to deal with right at the very beginning, because as a Christian, everything I'm going to say has to come from this book, the Holy Bible. I have the New International Version. Now, Muslims are always claiming that this book has been corrupted. They're always saying we have changed it, we have manipulated it, we have uh, added to it, taken away from it. And I don't know of any Muslim yet, in all my 25 years of experience, that has been able to show me when and where we have corrupted it. That's the first question I ask. When and where?
True, the Bible?
Probably not. The idea that, and no, I'm not a literalist. It's an amazing book.
Is it literally true, the Bible?
Probably not.
Olympic Games, and the Bible is on that list. I kid you not. Organizers are citing security reasons. Christians, not surprisingly, are outraged. Now, internet evangelist Bill Keller is calling for a boycott of the Olympics. First of all, I didn't believe this was true until I confirmed that it was. The logic was that it might incite violence. What do you think of that?
Well, Neil, it's good to be with you again. You know, I've got to tell you something. For a country that was founded on religious freedoms, the State Department really has no choice but to use this as an opportunity to put our very appearance at the Olympics on the table. You know, you're the business guru. You can tell us what the trade deficit is, and apparently we don't have a lot of leverage in trying to even that out, but we have a lot of leverage with our athletes, with our television, with the viewership, with the dollars that we're going to bring to the table. And if this country is going to insist on banning the Bible, then I think it's time for our country to respond and say, listen, you want to ban the Bible? Then we aren't showing up.
Well, you know, Bill, I would go one step further. What I couldn't get an answer to before coming up here, so it might not be that it's not the case, just that I didn't get an answer, is whether the Quran is similarly sworn off that list.
Interesting, though, the Quran wasn't on that list.
So, all right, then, if that is the case, you have to wonder what kind of tone is here and who that's being preached to.
Well, here's what's really happening, Neil. We send out about 2.5 million emails a day to our subscribers around the world. We have worked hard to evangelize via the internet into China. And the ISPs that allow mail into China are all owned by the government. Every email we send that has Christian content is immediately wiped off the servers. They never get to their destination. So I really believe that this is a slap at Christians.
So there is sin and shame and love gone terribly wrong throughout the Hebrew Bible. There is also a great celebration of physical passion between man and woman. An entire book of the Bible, called the Song of Songs, is devoted to the joy of sex.
Thank God Song of Songs is in the Bible. If Song of Songs was not in the Bible, we would never know that erotic love was real and that it was permissible. Good old lust, good old passion, good old grinding is permissible.
The song is a collection of free-form poems written in the voices of a maiden and her lover.
How graceful are your feet in sandals, O queenly maiden. Your rounded thighs are like jewels, the work of a master hand. Your navel is a rounded bowl that never lacks mixed wine.
The lover says that his beloved's navel is like a goblet of wine. But when we look closely at the Hebrew, we find out that the anatomy that he is describing may be in fact a bit lower than the belly button. Maybe in fact a bit lower than the belly button. Maybe in fact a bit lower than the belly.
Verses chapter 7, verse 53 of John to chapter 8, verse 11 are not found in the earliest manuscripts. 1 John 5, verse 7 and 8 also is referenced. The latter part of Mark, the last chapter, verses 9 to 20, are also not found in the earliest manuscripts. So what's going on here? Have we added these? Are these been brought in much later date? And the answer is absolutely. And see, the beauty of the Bible is that we are honest. We have not corrupted the Bible. Please, for heaven's sakes, get that straight. I hope that's pretty clear now. Over and out. We have not corrupted the Bible. We have not corrupted the Bible. Now, Muslims are always claiming that this book has been corrupted. They're always saying we have changed it, we have manipulated it, we have added to it, taken away from it. And I don't know of any Muslim yet, in all my 25 years of experience, that has been able to show me when and where we have corrupted it. Verses chapter 7, verse 53 of John to chapter 8, verse 11 are not found in the earliest manuscripts. We have not corrupted the Bible. Unless you can answer those two little questions, where and when. I'm still waiting. I know you can. So what's going on here? Have we added these? Are these been brought in much later date? And the answer is absolutely.